And for the last example for an actor network theory approach for the classroom level, I want to refer to an article from 2010 in the Journal of Curriculum Studies from Hiro Saito, and it is called Actor Network Theory of Cosmopolitan Education from 2010. And in this paper, Saito wants to re-envision cosmopolitan education and illustrates contours of cosmopolitan education in lessons, textbooks, and so on. And he does it in two steps. First, he discusses the concept of cosmopolitanism and shows how historical philosophers discussed the concept. And then he defines cosmopolitanism from an actor network theory perspective, and he defines it as a result of being embedded in a network of associations that traverse national borders. And from this, or with this perspective in mind, he maps out a lesson he held during his fieldwork in Japan, with the goal to help the students develop understandings of transnational connections and to turn them, this is very interesting, and now I cite from page 342, to turn them into actor network theorists in their own right. We're talking about elementary class here. And he starts the lesson of a grade 2 elementary class with asking the students about their thoughts of the country that made the clothes. And after listening to the answers, he asked them to look for tags inside the clothes, which the students did, and after letting them compare the different countries where the clothes were made, he asked them how the clothes got to Japan, and used this in his explanation as a starting point of a net of connections that connected the students with the daily life of people that live outside of Japan. Here his example ends here in his paper. He only wanted to show with this example the cognitive component of cosmopolitan education. He also emphasizes the important role of emotion in cosmopolitan education. And his paper summarizes then some of his research in cosmopolitan education, not only on a classroom level, and this is important to mention, this nearly is with every author, and nearly every author uses the actor network theory approach not only on the level I mentioned, but most of them uses them actually on all three levels. I just highlighted the ones that fit my curriculum definitions. Yes, and so concluding, I want to summarize that as you could see in recent educational research, actor network theory can be applied on all three levels of curriculum, and curriculum here again I refer to Doyle's definition. And it is important to mention that with these applications, that this application of actor network theory approach often go along with a critique of existing conservative models and theories. That's also, I think, important to mention. And another important aspect is that there are also critical aspects of the actor network theory approach. And I want to cite Latour here. He says actor network theory is an extremely bad tool for differentiating associations. Another critical aspect is the fact that actor network theory, when the focus is on devices, for example, treat the networks as being about those devices, and therefore missing the point that such processes are often not about the focal object. At this point I have to mention, because I use John Nesbo's paper about devices in educational change, he mentions that himself in his paper. So he was not only aware, he also said that, or wrote that he tries to not do this mistake. Of course, there's way more to say about each topic, about actor network theory, about curriculum, and the connections between both of this. I hope this video gave you a little insight of possible connections between actor network theory approaches and curriculum. I am sure that more research would promise to give a very rewarding insight on this topic, and I thank you for watching.